good morning and welcome back out to the Broken Farm. My name is BJ and this is our Broken Farm. Shawn is floating around here somewhere. I think he's back there on the tractor doing some work already. It is it is just about 9 o'clock on Friday, May 27th, I think, and it is my first official day of summer break. Shawn was off yesterday, so he kind of had a break yesterday, but we're so excited to be on summer break. So we are really hoping and fingers crossed that we get a lot of work done on the farm for the next couple months. So if you're new to our channel, which now we have more than just our family that's following along, so thank you for joining us. We bought this farm in December of 2021 and it needs a lot of work. And we just moved out here a week ago permanently, or full-time I should say. We've kind of been working on the farm off and on for the past 3 or 4 months, but well, I guess it was probably close to 5 months now, but we lived in an apartment an hour away, so we were only able to come out here on the weekends. And now that we're here full-time and it's summer break, we're really hoping to get a lot of stuff done. We feel like we've gotten a lot done since we moved in a week ago, so I'll take you in and show you some more of the things that we've done, but it's working for us. It's not, luxury living by any stretch of the imagination, but we have a system and our system is working for us. My only, I guess, I don't know if you'd call it a complaint because I'm really not complaining, but my only hope is that we get a stove and an oven soon. So Shawn said he reached out to the neighbors to find out what type of gas or propane service is in the area because I really want to go with a gas stove. And he got in touch with the neighbor across the street. We call him Sniper Steve. He lives up there, let's see, through those trees there, and he has a clear shot of our property and our house and everything. We call him Sniper Steve because he watches everything that goes on over here, and he will text us or let us know if there is a car coming up our driveway or whatnot that he doesn't think should be here. So he's like our bodyguard living over there. And the nice thing is you never know where he is because there's so many trees over there. You never know where he's watching from. But anyways, he's a really nice guy and we're lucky to have him as our neighbor. Anyways, back to what we're doing today. This is a hot mess. We know that. And I know that if it doesn't happen today, it will happen tomorrow. Shawn is planning to get out here and do some mowing and some cleaning up of this front area. We have had rain for the past, that's another reason why there wasn't a whole lot done yesterday on Shawn's first day off, because we've had rain for the past 3 or 4 days. So the weather forecast right now is we should have at least a week of no rain. So the ground will start to dry up a little bit and we'll be able to get more done outside. I have been talking for weeks, if not months, about planting out my tomato plants and the few pepper plants that I still have alive over here. They're along the side of the house here, and Shawn has he has told me that has got to be my job today because he needs to get in here with a weed eater and not, and know where my plants are and the weeds are. So that's my goal, is I'm going to get out into my garden area and plant them. And I think I'm just going to plant them in the garden area that I have prepared, even though there's no fence and we do have deer in the area. So we'll see over the next couple days. Hopefully I can twist his arm into helping me build some type of fence so that it doesn't just get mowed down by all the animals out here. Let's see, what else can I tell you out here? Oh, we had the power company came out a few days ago and they trimmed some branches down. So let's see, let me see if you can see it. I don't know if you can see that tree way down there, but it was a really pretty tree and they gave it a really weird looking haircut because the branches were going into the power lines. And so they came and they did that, and then they came back, let's see, today's Friday, they came back on Wednesday and they cut even more. There was a tree right at the base of our driveway, and they cut that one, and then they left their big equipment down there. I know it was because it was raining. Well, that's not why they left it. They left all the branches that they cut down there too. So we're hoping they come today, pick up their big machine that they left at the bottom of our driveway. And when they were out here the other day and they were trimming these branches, they came and they trimmed, not this walnut tree here, but the one behind it. They came and they trimmed some branches there. I talked to the guy and he came back and left me this pile of wood chips. So I have his number, and anytime I need some wood chips, I can send him a message and let him know, hey, drop some off here. So that's a really good thing. He gave us 1 truckload there, and I think that's all we need for right now. If we end up doing with anything with that, and we need more, like I said, I've got his number. So, but they did bring their big equipment up here and got into all of this mud, and so it's really muddy and just mucky right there. So hopefully now that the rain's out of here, that will dry up. Let's see. Anything else out here that I need to report? Probably not. Let's go inside and I'll show you what we've done inside. So Shawn moved my grill over here, gave me a little standing pad, so that's nice, that's progress. We've used the grill several times this week. In fact, we've eaten home all week this week, and the grill has played a large role in that. We got a large hose reel, which we needed because that hose is very long and it was just sitting down here in a circle, and it was a real pain to get out and use. We bought another shelf. If you watched our video last week, I showed you the shelf that we put down in the basement for kind of like my bulk food storage. And so we bought another shelf that we're gonna put down. That's one of the other things that we wanna do today, is to get that down in the basement and create a level space to put that in there, because I'm gonna have more. I filled up the shelf that was there, and I actually have more that I need to put down there. So that's gonna be on the agenda today. I have no idea what that pipe is there for, but Shawn will take care of that. And so let's go inside. So this is what Shawn worked on yesterday. He cleaned up this area a little bit. It was kind of a maze to get back in here. And so he cleaned up a lot of this area. This is the construction zone. This is our new mailbox he's gonna go put up today. I think I have to get a bracket for him at Lowe's. But our mailbox that we have, it had kind of fallen off several times, and Shawn was able to secure it so it's not falling off anymore, but it doesn't have a lid on it. So he's gonna replace it with this one, so we actually have a lid. And here is our little privacy wall for our toilet. And we kind of got this area cleaned up a little bit back here. And this door goes into our bedroom, and now it's not blocked from the other side. So we can use that door to come in and out of the bathroom if we need to. Coco is learning her pee spots. She's a really good, sorry about the pee on there, but she's a really good pee pad peer. And it's been kind of a trial and error to find a spot that she knows and she will go consistently. But this seems to be it, which is really good. So she's been going in there. And then when you come in here to our kitchen, we have a refrigerator. That is the most exciting development of the week. It was, let's see, it came on Wednesday night. I was really worried about whether or not it was gonna show up, because we never got any type of delivery confirmation or anything, which we had gotten the last time they missed their delivery. But I got in touch with the manager of the store and kind of told him that we were desperate for a refrigerator and it needed to come. So it came. Unfortunately, there was a scratch. You can't see it right here, but it's like a dent right there on the side, and there's a few other little chips kind of on the bottom. You can't see them unless you get real close to it, but Shawn finds all that stuff. And so we called the manager, and they're actually giving us 30% off of the refrigerator. So that's a nice thing. This is the only thing that I have to put away really here in the kitchen, and this just came yesterday. So I bought some dry beans there in bulk from Azure Standard, and the pickup was yesterday, and I need to get a couple more 5-gallon buckets. So that's on my list today, to go to Lowe's and get more so I can put these beans up. I have 25 pounds of, these are cannellini beans. I have a bag of black beans, and then what was the other one? Kidney beans. So I did order navy beans and Great Northern beans, which are the beans that we use a lot of, but they were out of them. So those will come next month. And then this bin down here has to go upstairs. But other than that, a lot of these bins and everything this kitchen area has kind of gotten organized somewhat. So we found, you know, I think if you watch our last video, we got these 2 shelves last weekend, put them together. We've figured out where everything is. We're learning it. And I pulled out my bread machine, and I have bread going in there right now. So that should be ready around lunchtime. This is the trick, is the outlets that we have are right there. You can see there's one that's unplugged, and that's only because I just unplugged the refrigerator we are using because now we don't need it. But I have a little power strip underneath there where I'm plugging in my appliances. But this is kind of like the main hub for anything I need to plug in. So it's like musical appliances when I want to cook, because I've got to put, oh wow, that the bread machine's dancing right now. Anyways, whenever I want to cook anything and use an appliance, I have to put it on this table because that's where I can plug it in. So like the air fryer has to come over here. This will be moved over there when it's done. The toaster is sitting there, but it can't be used because there's no outlet over there. So it's just, like I said, it's just kind of musical appliances. We also have to remember that if we run the microwave, we can't run anything else because it will pop the, it actually pops the, what is it called? The power strip, power strip. So it'll flip the power strip, which is a safety precaution, obviously, for us. So we just have to make sure that if the microwave is running, we don't have anything else running, including the girls' air conditioner, because it's actually on the same circuit. So that's something Shawn will fix. It's just he hasn't gotten to that yet. Let's see. Over here today, if you're wondering what this is, I have taken out some ground beef to thaw. My plan is after I plant today, I'm going to come in, I'm going to brown all of that, and then I'm going to can it. The reason why I'm hesitating is because I'm kind of on the fence on whether I'm just canning the ground beef today or whether I want to can some of it and also freeze dry some of it. I don't know that I have enough to do both out, but my goal is to get some of it canned up, and that is going to lead me to break out my canner for the very first time. Let's see, these buckets right here, these I filled yesterday with things that I bought from Azure Standard. These are those 2-gallon buckets, and I bought these, a pack of 3 of these Gamma Seal lids from Azure Standard. They're really nice, except that they won't sit on the bucket. So I bought a whole bunch of bay leaves. I think I have a lifetime supply there. But anyways, they're not made correctly. Can you see? Let's see. If I turn it, I can kind of point to it. If you can see where that lip is, it won't let the bucket, it won't let it, what am I trying to say? It won't let it sit or connect to the bucket or attach to the bucket. I'm not sure. This is the better one of the 3. The other 2 are even worse than this one. So I have a call into Azure Standard to see if I can get a refund on them because they're just not made right. And Shawn tried everything, and he's really good about, you know, he can figure all this stuff out. But that, we could not get them on. So those buckets are full, but I don't have lids that secure to them. So I've got to find another place that I can order some 2-gallon Gamma Seal lids in the next couple days. So let's see. Our bedroom, it's gotten a little more organized. This bin is my shoes. That one of the projects, probably not today, is I have all of my shoe racks upstairs in the, you know, kind of this one of the storage areas there. So what I want to do is get those laid out, and then I can put my shoes on them, and that bin will be out of there. Let's see, Shawn worked in here. He cleared out the 2 bins. We had a bunch of bins stacked here. He cleared all of that out, so now we can actually go through that door into the bathroom. And this area is still kind of a hot mess, only because, like, I have my alarm clock, which I really miss having because I could always look in the middle of the night and see what time it is, but there's no outlet in this area, so I'm not really sure. You know, again, Shawn will put an outlet in, but it's on the list of things to do. So I'm not really sure how I'm going to arrange this area, and we've still got these cords that are going all over the place because we need, let's see, I've got all my chargers and stuff down there, but we have a sleep number bed, so we have to be able to plug our bed in. So that's why that's there. Again, eventually he'll put outlets back there, but until that happens, we're just making do. So I think that's it for the inside updates. We have, let's see, I don't think we've done anything more in this room. We want to bring this TV. I haven't listed this. I need to, but it's one of those things I gotta figure out what are the specifications of the TV so I know how to list it. But I think in the meantime, we're gonna bring this TV upstairs and store it up there. Not sure what we're doing with this TV cabinet, but we wanna open this room up and bring another chair that we have in here so that people, more than just one person, can sit there. So, and this, you know, these cords and everything, that's a hot mess. So this room hasn't really been touched, so we'll get to it in the next couple days. But that, I think, like I said, I think that's the update for now. I'm gonna go ahead and get started, and we'll let you know what we get into and whether or not I get my tomatoes planted. Not whether or not, it's when I get to them. That is what I'm doing. Loaded up my cart with some of my tomato plants, and I think there's a couple pepper plants in here too, just orange peppers. I did not do a good job. In fact, I did a horrible job of labeling everything, so I really don't know which ones are which, but we're gonna put them in the ground anyways. These over here, you can kind of see the wind's blowing. These 3, this one, and this one, that are the thickest and the biggest tomatoes, those were kind of an experiment because I have that arrow garden inside, and I actually brought those 3 cups to our apartment when we were still living there, and I put them right next to the arrow garden just because I wanted to see, you know, if I could make them grow any better than the rest of these that didn't have any light, any grow lights on them, and as you can see, they did. But now they're getting to the point where they need to be in the ground, so we're gonna get them in the ground, and I'm probably gonna have to stake those up pretty quick. So I'm gonna take my load down to the garden area and start planting. Oh, and I still have lots more here that I need to get. Some of those were dead, so that will take care of some of them, but I still have a lot more to plant. my tomato plants planted. I actually did 2 rows right there. So there's 1 row and then 2 rows, and these down here are pepper plants. And I still have a lot more. I have a lot in here, and then I still have a lot more up there. So I think what I'm going to do is get all the weeds out of here. I have a couple of bags of container mix up there, and I'll probably bring those down and dump them in there, and I'll try to plant as many of these tomato plants in here as I can. So this is going to be the year of the tomato. I'll be happy if I get 1 to grow. You know, I know I've never grown anything before, so if in all of that, those are probably too close. I know the soil is very clay-like. Up on top it's fine because that's where I put in some soil, but underneath when I was digging, it's very, very heavy clay. And I know that that is not what your soil is supposed to be like, but at this point, I'm just gonna go with it and we'll see what grows. So I'm gonna work on this one right here and try to get some stuff growing in here. I also need to get into that one, pull the weeds, and I need to get those blueberry plants out of there and in somewhere permanent. So let's see if I get to that today. Out of there, or most of them, and I plan to put some soil on top of that, so those weeds will pop up and I'll just have to pick them as they do. And that's all I did, but I think I'm going to change direction. I want to find my seeds. I don't know where they are. I looked in one place, sorry for the wind, I looked in one place that I thought they were and I didn't find them, so I have another idea of where they may be. So I'm going to see if I can go find them, because what I want to do is I want to actually try to plant some other things in here. Like I want to try to put some carrots along the side. Don't know if I should, don't know if these are all too close together, but like I said, this is the year of experimentation, so we're going to go with it. And I want to do that first because then I want to put some wood chips on top of it to kind of cover up the soil, and that is full of wood chips. So underneath my cups I have wood chips under there, so I want to empty that out so I can use that wagon to bring my soil down here for that. So I'm going to get working back in here after I go find my seeds, and then I'll finish up in there. Alright, I'm back out here at the garden. It took me a while, but I was finally able to find my seeds. So I have all of these, and I have some in here, and then I have some in here that I wrote direct sow on. So I don't know how much I'm going to be able to sow or seed or plant, whatever, because I just don't have all the space that I was dreaming of when I bought all my seeds. So I'm going to look through here and see what I have to plant and what I think I can plant in this little spot that I have. And Shawn got the little tractor out with the wagon, and so he was able to come and bring me my potting soil that I'm going to put in there. So I'm going to round robin it and just get to work. Okay, it's windy out here and Shawn is weed eating right there. You can see he's already done a lot to the front yard. So I apologize for the noise, but I have to record this because I'm already forgetting what I've planted here. So this is the year of experimentation, and I'm probably doing it all wrong, but I'm just trying to get some things in the ground and hopefully something will grow. I just planted something in this middle row here, and I already can't remember what it was. Let me think for just a second. I did put carrots in between my tomatoes right here, so I've got carrots planted there. And then right here on the end, I planted a pumpkin. I planted another one right there in the middle. and then another one at the end. And in between, I planted zucchini over here and squash over there, the yellow squash. And then just now, in these spots right here, I planted some broccoli rabe. I can't remember what I just planted there though. I'll have to look and see. And then I decided to go ahead and put 4 of my tomato plants in here. This is where I planted my garlic, and I don't think the garlic's gonna come up. So I just went ahead and planted 4 of my tomato plants there. I have these tomato plants here. This doesn't belong here. Shawn threw it in here with weed eating. And I may do some potatoes in there. I'm not really sure yet. And then back over here, I still have to get my blueberry bushes out, but I went ahead and planted 4 tomato plants in here. So once he's done weed eating, I might actually put those blueberry bushes like right along here. Not sure. But let me look and see if I can remember what I planted here, because I don't want to forget. And I was going to go in and get popsicle sticks to market, but I don't have any here. They're all in my classroom. So let me think for a second, and I'll come back and let you know what I planted there. Okay, I know what it was. It was cabbage. I planted some cabbage there. So this first part of the row is cabbage. All right, so I have a tiny little space right in here. I think I'm gonna plant some of these serrano chili peppers right in there. This is just for fun. We don't really eat a lot of peppers, so I don't know what I would do with these if they grew, but let's see if they grow. Right in there. Those are my orange bell peppers. So I've got a little space in there. I'm gonna plant some of these. All right, I just came back up. I'm gonna go in and check and see if my bread is finished. And I'm gonna get some eggs hard boiling for some tuna that I'm gonna make for lunch. But I wanted to show you the work that Shawn has done so far right here. Doesn't it look great? Like I said, that is probably rendition number 1 of a fire pit. But he will change it probably 16 times. But I think it looks pretty good. Looks like somewhere we might want to come sit. And there's the garden area I've been working on. So let's go in and check and see if the bread is done. Oh, see, here's all of the plants I still have, tomato plants. I guess my problem is when I open up a seed packet, I think I feel like I need to use the whole seed packet. And that's kind of what I did when I was planting tomatoes. So we'll see where we're gonna put these. It just came in and it says it's done. So I can see it in there. I'm gonna go wash my dirty hands and I'll get it out and start it cooling. All right, so there's my loaf of bread. Not sure why it rose up so high. It was touching the top of the bread machine, but it looks and smells really good. Bailey has, I think she's got some nuggets and some fries going in there because they do not like tuna. And I have my Instant Pot going. I got 3 more minutes till I'm gonna get the eggs out, and then I'm gonna make the tuna. My meat is pretty well defrosted, so I think after lunch I'm gonna go ahead and get my roaster oven out so I can brown all of that, and then I'll get my canner out so I can read up on what I'm doing. And I was just able to, while I was kind of waiting on this stuff, I was able to organize this shelf here with a lot of our freeze dryer stuff. Like I said, we're going to move the freeze dryer down into the basement. That will free up this table here so we can put, I think we decided we're gonna put like our little ice maker and maybe the coffee pot over here or something. So that'll give us a little bit more counter space. And I asked my parents to keep an eye out for some Gamma Seal lids, the 2-gallon size at Lowe's or Home Depot. I've read some people have found them there. I have not found them at my Lowe's, and I don't know if I've checked Home Depot, but they're in Georgia and they are coming up here on Sunday. So I told them if they get to Lowe's or Home Depot between now and then to check and see if they can find me the 2-gallon Gamma Seal lids, because I found them online to order, but they're just kind of expensive, and if they can find them in a store and bring them up, I'd rather do that. So we're gonna go ahead and have lunch, and then we'll let you know what we get into after lunch. All right, it's about 1:50 and we finished lunch, got it cleaned up. I kind of changed my direction today. I decided to put the ground beef away in the refrigerator and do that project tomorrow because I really need to get this stuff somewhere. So I'm gonna figure out where I'm gonna put that now. Shawn has been out here. It looks like he's building us a little walkway here. He's been digging out a bunch of big rocks with the tractor. So that is what he's been working on. He's also been working on our little fire pit area, and this looks really good, cleaned up. So it looks a lot nicer out here. Our yard is getting bigger and bigger as we kind of clean up all of that area over there. So I'm not sure where I'm going to put the rest of these tomato plants because I have so many of them. I was thinking, since this area along the side of the house is cleaned up, that maybe I would do, I don't know, I'm thinking maybe right here in the front I would do my blueberry bushes, and then maybe I'll do some tomato plants down here. I don't know if they'll grow there, but hey, why not, right? I got a plethora of tomato plants. Maybe if the deer and all the other animals don't get any of this stuff, or maybe if they do get that stuff, maybe they won't come up so close to the house if I plant some tomato plants here. So I have enough tomato plants to kind of put some in a variety of places. So maybe I'll do that. The girls have been hard at work down here in the basement. They're cleaning out kind of in the crawl space area. So I'll see if I can take you in there and show you what they've been doing. And then Shawn and I plan to go back under there and get that other shelf put in here. So let's go in here and see what they're working on. Let's see. Try not to hit my head and try not to fall down. So they've been back here cleaning out all of this under here. There's just a lot of trash and rocks and stuff. So they've been hard at work under here most of the morning. And now I'm gonna go plant my stuff outside. So I was able to get my blueberry bushes transplanted. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. My gosh, I heard a mooing like it. Oh, look at that right there. One of the girls is in the basement. And I decided that I do want to plant my other tomatoes along here, kind of like edible landscaping. And so I put some cardboard down to kind of kill the grass and all the weeds underneath, but I need more soil. This is all just the soil from the plants that didn't make it in the cups. And this is what's left of my tomato plants. So I think we're gonna go to Lowe's in a little while, and I'm gonna try to I want to get some type of border that I can put along here as an edge, and then I'll probably get some more soil so I can build that up more and be able to plant those in here. Now, I don't think all of those will fit there, but we do have one more. Let me bring you around here. We do have one more of these water troughs here. It's about that size, and I told Shawn it's just not the greatest looking one, but really that one's not either. But I told him that even if we put it in the back of the house, I want it, because I need it, to be able to build or to plant my tomatoes out. Because like I said, it's the year of the tomato. I just hope I get one tomato. So that, I think I'm going to, oh, and I don't know if I showed you, but I did come down here and I filled in the rest of the bed with wood chips. So I emptied, we had some wood chips sitting in that wagon that I've been using, and I emptied those out. And then this area right here where you can see it's a different color, those came from the pile they dropped the other day. So I grabbed a shovel, got some in my wagon, brought it and laid it down there. So I've covered that soil. I haven't covered this soil yet because I want to plant some more stuff on this side of the planter. I just really don't know what to plant in there yet, because I'm going to have tomatoes on the other side, and I know I'm going to have to get some cages or something to support them. So I didn't know if it was a good idea to do all tomatoes in there, because then I'll just have to have a bunch of supports, or if I could do tomatoes on one side and then do something else in the front here. I did also plant carrots in between those tomatoes, so I have tomatoes and carrots in there. I just wasn't sure what else I should plant there, so that it will be coming. And then this one I didn't really do anything else because I pulled up those blueberries out of there, and I did plant, I think I planted 4 tomato plants in there, and so I may put a couple more in there, or I may do something else in there. I'm not really sure. And ideally, maybe tomorrow, maybe not tomorrow, maybe Sunday, I want to kind of build another bed like this one over there so that I can plant some potatoes. I want to plant some onions, some watermelon. Maybe, I know that's probably too crowded for corn, but I did want to try to plant some corn, so I don't know if that'll happen or not. So that is a project for a different day. Shawn has been busy clearing and cleaning up and weed whacking this whole area. It looks really good, I think. There's still a ton more of work to do, but he also got our little fire pit going, and he did some weed whacking over on the side where my tomato plants were. So let's go take a look at that. Oh, and I did find this, because I found my seeds, and I have some things like oregano and, oh wait, I did plant oregano in there. I don't know. I may plant some other things in the top of that one because I didn't fill it. Yeah, so he cleaned up this area a little bit so it looks a little bit better, and he started to work kind of on a little stone pave sidewalk there. So we're still working, but I think I may finish up my planting job for today, although I may come back and finish in here. So I'll let you know what else we get to. All right, we are getting ready to call it quits today. We are tired and we're getting in line to take showers. So we will, so Bailey's in now and Natalie just called dibs. So I guess I go after them. And I've got another loaf of bread going in there. I put in a cinnamon raisin so we can have some for breakfast tomorrow. So I think we're gonna just get cleaned up and probably run into town. We need to go to Lowe's, and we'll probably go grab some dinner while we're out. So we will let you know what we get up to tomorrow. Bye.